Hi guys, hope you are doing good. In today's video, I am going to explain Java interview questions, that is VIJAY questions. Straight away, I am jumping into Java. First question they will ask you is, what is the difference between POP language and OOP language? POP means procedure oriented programming language. OOP means object oriented programming language. C is designed as procedure oriented programming language. Java is designed as an object oriented programming language. The example of POP is C. The example of OOP is Java. Okay, second question. What are the features of OOP language? What are the features of OOP language? It may be not only Java, it may be any object-oriented programming language. If we have to call one programming language as an object-oriented programming language, it has to support mainly 4 features. But they will tell 5 to 6 features. We have to talk about only main features. They are abstraction or data abstraction. Abstraction. Number 2, encapsulation. Encapsulation. Third one is inheritance. Fourth one is polymorphism. Being an object-oriented programming language, a programming language which will support these 4 features. I think some of them are there: message passing, dynamic binding, something. They are there, but no need of them. Mainly we have to talk about these 4 features only: abstraction or data abstraction, encapsulation or data encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Being Java as an object-oriented programming language, it will support all those 4 features. Okay, next they'll ask you, what about abstraction? What is abstraction? Next question. What is abstraction? Third question. Java is designed as an object-oriented programming language. When we are going to design an object, we will take object essential features, required features. We will avoid background details. For example, I have to display student information. When I am going to write a program to display student information, I am taking class student. Now I am assuming student as an object. What are the properties of student? Student ID, student name, department name, father name, mother name, address, marks. That's all. Where he has born, what about his hobbies, what about his family background. We never take that information. We will take essential data. We will avoid background details. Means abstraction. Next, what is encapsulation? Here, encapsulation. Next one is, what is encapsulation? What is encapsulation? What is encapsulation? Here, there are 2 words are there in encapsulation: N plus capsule. N plus capsule. N means in A. Capsule means what? Unit. Taking as a unit. What we are taking as unit? While writing Java program, please see here. While writing Java program, we are going to use class. In class, I will take variables, data, int student ID, string name, string department name. Class contains these are variables. To access this data, we are going to use methods: void, read, Okay, void display. Taking variables and method as a unit is referred as encapsulation. They'll ask you one more question. What is the main advantage of encapsulation? The main advantage of encapsulation is data hiding. How it is achieved? One more question they will ask you. Using access specifiers. Using access specifiers. Okay. Again, one more question they will ask you. What are access specifiers? What are? Especially when they are going to talk about encapsulation, just now explained. N plus capsule. N means in A, capsule means what? Unit. When you are going to write Java program, we will assume problem as an object. Every object is having properties and behavior. Properties are treated as variables, behaviors are treated as methods. Means in a class we are going to take variables and methods as a unit, nothing but encapsulation. Then next, what are access specifiers? Next one is access specifiers. This is one of the very important question. Private, public, protected is referred as access specifier. Then they will ask you how encapsulation is achieved with the help of, how data hiding is achieved with the help of private. If we declare class data, that means when I am going to declare class employee or class student, employee is having properties, employee ID. Okay, next employee name. To take employee ID data, to take name data. Actually, in our Java language, we will declare strings as objects. In your C language, we are going to use character arrays, but in Java, strings are designed as objects. We can use string directly. To read employee ID's student name directly, I can't read. I will use method void read. Okay, these are variables, these are methods. EID equal to so and so one. Name equal to, this is ename equal to Sai. See, these are variables, this is method, class close. Okay, when I am going to declare variables, if I declare data as private data, I can access only in this class, no one can access. So encapsulation is achieved using private access specifier. Private means class scope. We can access the data only inside that class. Okay. This is about access specifiers. Next. What about work? The actual name of Java is work. It was introduced by Sun Microsystem. The company introduced Java language is Sun Microsystem. The full form of Sun is Stanford University Network. Right now this company is not there. It was owned by Oracle Corporation exactly before 8 to 10 years back. Now whatever Java products we are getting, all Java products from Oracle Corporation. Okay, they will ask you about OAK. What is the meaning of OAK? Means Java language was introduced by Sun Microsystem. What is the full form of Sun? Stanford University Network. After that, it has renamed it as Java. Actually, right now, the Sun Microsystem is not there. The company, it was owned by Oracle Corporation. Now, whatever Java products we are getting, they are from Oracle Corporation. Next, 7th question. Why C is referred as procedure-oriented programming language? Why C language is referred as procedure-oriented? POP means not pop operation, not stack pop operation. POP means procedure oriented program. C is referred as procedure oriented programming because if I ask you write a C program to perform addition of two numbers, what you will do? What is the given program? To solve this program, what are the required steps? What are the required steps? Always we will concentrate on procedure, whether we are providing security to the data or not. Who other can access my data? We never bother about that. What is the given program? To solve the given program, what are the required steps? All required procedure. Always we will concentrate on procedure only. Hence C is referred as a procedure oriented programming language. Next, why Java is referred as an object oriented programming language? When you are going to use Java, not only Java, it may be C++ also, it may be .NET. But C++ is not completely object oriented language. We can use C++ as POP language and OOP language. But whereas Java is completely or purely object oriented language. Okay, every problem will be treated as an object. We never concentrate on procedure. Problem will be assumed as an object. Then, after assuming that problem as an object, then we will implement it. Hence, Java is referred as an object-oriented language. Tell me two other object-oriented programming language. You can name it C++. C++ will come on both categories. Either it may be, it is both POP, it may be OOP also. The same way Python, the same way .NET. It is regarding Java OOP. Next question. Next question is, what about JDK? JDK means Java Development Kit. JDK means Java Development Kit. While working with Java language, to compile programs, we are going to use javac command. To run program, we are going to use java command. To run applet programs, we are going to use applet viewer command. Like that, we have java p command. We have java doc command. Actually, I call them as commands. Actually, they are not commands. All these are referred as tools. That means to work with Java language, we are going to use some collection of tools. They are javac. Javac means Java compiler, Java interpreter. Next, applet viewer. To run applet program, we are going to use applet viewer tool. Java P, it will print all the classes and interfaces. Java doc, from a program I have to generate HTML. We are going to use Java doc command. All these are not commands, all these are tools. While working with Java programming, we are going to use some collection of tools. All these tools are combinedly called as JDK, Java Development Kit. 10th one, Java API. The full form of API is Application Program Interface. API means Application Program Interface. Interface. What is the meaning of this? While working with Java programming language, we are going to use some collection of predefined classes. Predefined classes. Predefined interfaces. Predefined classes, interfaces, methods, All these predefined classes, interfaces and methods are commonly called as Java API. Java Application Program Interface. API means Application Program Interface. Next, what is bytecode? What is bytecode? The code generated by Java compiler is bytecode. The code generated by Java compiler is bytecode. Next, what about Java C? Java C means Java compiler. It is used to compile our program. That means after writing Java program, for example, I am writing a program. After writing program, I am saving it as sample.java. I am saving it as sample.java. It is having some code. Now I have to convert. This code is called source code. Whatever code we are writing here, this code is called source code. If you are writing C program, it is C source code. If you are writing Java program, Java source code. To convert this code, source code into machine code, we have to either use compiler or interpreter. In Java language, we are going to use compiler. Compile at a time, converting all these statements from source code to machine code. When you are going to use Java C compiler, Java C, what is the file name? Sample.java. Then this source code is converted into not in machine code. It will generate an intermediate code that is called bytecode. I can't understand bytecode, you can't understand bytecode, even machine cannot understand bytecode. To hold this bytecode, the next question is JVM. What is JVM? JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. The purpose of this JVM is to hold bytecode generated by Java compiler. Okay? By writing program, this is .java program. By using compiler, we are converting into what? Bytecode. This bytecode is stored under JVM. Next, we have to use Java command to convert bytecode into machine code. Okay? .java, by using Java C compiler, we are going to convert from .java to what code? Bytecode. It will be captured by JVM. Next, by using Java command, we have to convert bytecode into machine code. Next, 14th question. JIT. What is meant by JIT? JIT means just in time. Just in time. It is compiler. The purpose of this is to convert bytecode into machine code. We are using Java command, not Java command, Java interpreter. Okay. Java C is Java compiler. Java is Java interpreter. Java interpreter is used to convert bytecode into machine code. When you are going to convert bytecode into machine code, JVM is internally going to use JIT compiler. Okay, that is 14th one. Next, 15th. Why Java is referred as dynamic language? In our computer science, static means compile time, dynamic means runtime. Java is dynamic language because everything will happen at runtime. Everything will happen at runtime. Memory allocation, object creation, everything will happen at runtime. Hence, Java is referred as dynamic language. And features of Java or buzzwords of Java. Most of the students will get confused here. Features of OOPS is different. Features of Java is different. First one is compiled and interpreted. Compiled and interpreted. Next, platform independent. Just I explained dynamic. Next, robust. Distributed. Small, simple, familiar. Portable. Object oriented. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Next, secure. Multi-threaded also there. Next one is what? Multi-threaded. High performance. All these are very, very important. Compiled and interpreted, because while working with Java program, first we have to convert source code into bytecode using compiler, then we have to convert bytecode into machine code using interpreter. We are using Java C compiler and Java interpreter. So compiled and interpreted. Platform independent. We can run Java program on any architecture or any operating system. It may be 32-bit operating system or 64-bit operating system. You can run on Windows, Linux, Unix or any operating system. Platform independency. Next, dynamic. Everything will happen at runtime. Memory allocation, object creation, everything will happen at runtime. Object oriented. Every problem will be treated as an object. Hence it is object oriented. Portable. We can easily move Java program from one system to other system without doing any modification. We can happily run it. Next, coming to portability means not too easy to carry. Coming to C programming language, suppose if you move a C program, whatever program you work in Windows, the same C program if you copy into Unix operating system, to store integer value, we require 4 bytes. Okay, in the same way, there in Unix, range will vary. In the same way, the syntax of Windows, some syntax will vary without doing any modification. We have to do modifications, some modification. But coming to Java, you can move from one system to other system, one architecture to other architecture, architecture to other architecture, without doing any modification. Happily we can run it. Next, high performance because of bytecode, because of native methods. Java programs will run faster than other programs. Next, small, simple, familiar. The programming style of Java is similar to C and C++. Some of the complicated concepts like pointers, most of you feel difficulty pointer concept. Pointer concept is not there in Java. Okay, the same is coming syntaxes is same as C and C++. Hence, small, simple and familiar language. Next, multi-threaded. Actually, you know it, multitasking. Within a computer, we can perform multiple tasks. That is multitasking. But within a single program, we have to do multiple tasks. That is achieved using multi-threading concept. Next, secure. I think there is actually Java is mainly introduced to develop internet-based application. When you are going to work with internet application, virus will attack. Okay, but compared to other programming languages, Java programs are secure, virus-free applications. Secure. Next, distributed. With the help of Java programming language, you can develop distributed application. Distributed application means now you are using your mobile. In your mobile, you are having WhatsApp. You want to communicate with your friend. He is also having WhatsApp. Both of you are communicating. For example, in your mobile, you are having Java object. In his mobile, he is having Java object. Both these objects has to communicate each other. That is network programming. I think when you are going to use WhatsApp, Twitter, all these things, they are going to use distributed programming only. Network programming. The network programming is achieved using distributed. Next, robust. Java will support exception handling mechanism. Exception means runtime errors. In the same way, whatever objects we are creating, whatever memory we are using, that memory will be automatically freed using garbage collection mechanism. There are two concepts are there. One is exception handling mechanism to handle runtime error. Next one is garbage collection to remove unused objects automatically. Because of these two, it is referred as robust language. I think I cleared all of them. All these are referred as features of Java. In examination, they will ask you buzzwords of Java. Don't get confused. Features of OOPS means we have to talk about abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. Principles of OOPS or features of OOPS both are same. Features of Java or buzzwords of Java, you have to talk about them. In our Java language, to work with integer values, still we are using int. To work with real values, still we are using float. To work with true or false values, we are using boolean. This int, float, boolean are referred as primitive data types. Because of these primitive data types, it is not 100% object oriented. In place of this, if you are going to use predefined objects, then we can call it as 100% completely object oriented language. Until then, we have to call it as purely object oriented language. Next question, sir. By seeing program, how we can tell whether a programming language is object-oriented programming or procedure-oriented programming language? Normally, while writing C program, we are going to write like this: main, start, end. But while writing Java program, how we have to write? Class, sample. Then we have to write public, static, void main. String args. This is main clause, this is class clause. This is main clause. See, being an object-oriented program, when you are going to write program, we should use class construct. First of all, in your program, a class keyword is there or not? Class construct is used to write object-oriented programs. Here, no class. Simply, sir, at one part of C program, we will write class, then it also will come under the object, means not like that. When you compile the program, we should not get any errors. Okay, first one, when they are going to write program, whether they are using class construct or not. This class construct is used to design object. Class construct is used to design object. When you are going to write pure object-oriented programs, you should use class construct. Next, being an object-oriented language, I already explained, it has to support those four features: abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay. Next, sir, in our C language, simply we are writing main. But in our Java, why we have to write public static void main? See, we are writing program here. I have to compile this program from command prompt. From outside, I have to access my main. If my main is public only, then only I can access. If it is private main, I can't access. Only inside this class I can access. I will go to command prompt of writing program. I will save it as sample.java. I will save it as what? Sample.java. Go to command prompt. From outside I have to access my main. Java C sample.java. From outside, if I have to access my main, if it is public only, then we can access. Simple example, we are having our own mobile phone. I think your mobile phone will be accessed by you only. Others cannot access it because it is your own property. Suppose if you go to 1 rupee coin box, there they will display public telephone. If you have 1 rupee coin means you can go and access it. It is public property. The same way, if our main is public, anyone can access. If it is private, no one can access. The same way, void main. Okay, my main will not return any value. Sir, in main function some arguments are there. What about this? These arguments are referred as command line arguments. These arguments are referred as what? Command line arguments. What is the purpose of this? If we pass any parameter to main method at runtime, to hold those parameters, we are going to use these command line arguments. How to pass parameter I will explain later. The purpose of this string source parameter is, sir, is it mandatory of writing args? No. Main method will have one parameter that is string type. You can take X also. No need of taking args only. Main will have one parameter that is string array. The purpose of the string array is to hold command line arguments. The argument passed to the main method runtime. To hold those parameters, we are going to use this one. Public means anyone can access. Void means my main is not returning any value. These arguments are referred as command line arguments. 19th question. What is inheritance? What is inheritance? I think already this is there in features of OOPS. Already covered abstraction and encapsulation. Next, what is inheritance? Creating a new class from existing class. Creating a new class from existing class is called inheritance. Next, what is polymorphism? What is polymorphism? Poly means many, morphism means forms. Polymorphism means many forms. Many forms. It is a Greek word. Poly means many, morphism means forms. It means a single thing which is used to perform multiple tasks. A single thing which is used to perform multiple tasks. That is regarding polymorphism. 21st. Types of polymorphism. How many types of polymorphisms are there? 2 types of polymorphisms are there. Number 1, compile time polymorphism. Number 2, runtime polymorphism. The example of compile time, this compile time polymorphism also referred as static binding or early binding. Static binding or early binding. The second one is runtime polymorphism or dynamic binding or late binding. Dynamic binding or late binding. The next question is, what is the example of compile time polymorphism? Compile time polymorphism. The example of compile time polymorphism is number 1, method overloading. Number 2, method overriding. Next, they ask you, what is method overloading? 23. What is method overloading? Same method signature is used to perform multiple tasks is referred as method overloading. Method signature, they ask you, what is method signature? Method signature means method name. Name of the method is called method signature. Same method is used to perform multiple tasks is referred as Method overloading. Example means int sum of int comma int. Float sum of float comma float. Next, string sum of string comma string. See, in this example, the method, sum method only we are using. Here it is taking two integer values, returning integer. Here the same sum method taking two float values, returning float value. Here sum method, same sum method taking two strings and returning string value. Hence the same method is used to perform multiple tasks. Hence this concept is referred as method overloading. Next, 24. What is method overriding? Method overriding. Method overriding happens in inheritance. Method overriding happens in inheritance. How means a superclass and subclass is having same methods. That means I am taking class A, already existing class is called superclass or parent class or base class. It is having one method. That method is void display. Void display. System.out.println hi. Okay. Next, I am taking one more class. Class B. I am creating a class. B class from A class. Class B extends A. It means we are creating B class from A class. In B class, okay, then all the properties of superclass will be acquired by newly created class. Already existing class is called superclass. This newly created class is called subclass. This overriding occurs, the method name, same method name is used in the superclass and subclass. Class B extends A. If you write class B extends A, there is, when you are going to work with inheritance, okay, please take this example. Parent and child. All the properties of parent will be acquired by child. In the same way, if you create a class from already existing parent class, all the properties means we are having methods and variables will be acquired by child class. This display will come here. Now I am going to use one more display here. One more display here. It will print system.out.println hello. Already superclass is having one method. In subclass we are going to use same method. Now this will go and cover overrides this already existing superclass method. Hence this concept is overriding. Okay, whereas if superclass and subclass are having same methods, subclass will override superclass method. This concept is referred as overriding. Okay. Next, example of what is runtime polymorphism. What is runtime polymorphism? Already explained. Compile time polymorphism also referred as early binding or static binding. Runtime polymorphism also referred as dynamic binding or late binding. Dynamic method dispatch is referred as dynamic method dispatch will come under the concept of runtime polymorphism. What is dynamic method dispatch? It will take some time. I will explain you with the example. Okay. All these are some of the basic important interview questions as well as VIJAY questions. Please go through all these questions. If you have any doubts, please comment. I will respond to your queries. Go through this video, like, comment, share, and please subscribe. Thank you.